procedure for wiring an electrical gas reset box involves several steps. Firstly, you will need the appropriate materials, which include an electrical gas reset box, an Ansul system control box, and a 3-conductor cable. Now let's talk about wiring procedure. Step 1 involves identifying the terminals. The electrical gas reset box will typically have 3 terminals labeled gas in, gas out, and control. The Ansul system control box will have terminals designated for remote gas shut off or similar designation. Secondly, we move on to connecting the control terminal. Connect one end of the 3-conductor cable to the control terminal on the electrical gas reset box. Connect the other end of the cable to the designated remote gas shut-off terminal on the Ansul system control box. Thirdly, connect the gas in and gas out terminals. Connect the remaining 2 conductors of the 3-conductor cable to the gas in and gas out terminals on the electrical gas reset box. Ensure that the gas flow direction is correct, meaning gas should flow from gas in to gas out. It's important to note some additional considerations. The electrical gas reset box may also have an auxiliary switch that can be wired to a smoke detector or other fire detection device. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for specific wiring details and safety precautions. It is also recommended to use shielded cable for electrical gas reset wiring connections to minimize interference. After completing the wiring, test the system thoroughly to ensure proper functionality in gas shut-off operation. Wiring diagrams and schematics are your friends, so always use those when available. When identifying terminals, look for clear labeling on both the electrical gas reset box and the Ansul system control box. The labels may vary slightly depending on the manufacturer, but they generally follow the gas in, gas out, and control convention. If the terminals are not clearly labeled, consult the product documentation or contact the manufacturer for clarification. For connecting the control terminal, it's crucial to ensure a secure and reliable connection. Use appropriate wire connectors or terminals that are compatible with the wire gauge of the 3-conductor cable. Make sure the connections are tight and properly insulated to prevent short circuits or signal loss. When connecting the gas in and gas out terminals, pay close attention to the gas flow direction. Incorrect wiring can lead to improper gas shut-off during a fire, compromising the effectiveness of the Ansul system. Use arrows or other markings on the reset box to determine the correct gas flow direction. Always double-check the connections before energizing the system. In addition to the basic wiring, consider the auxiliary switch option. If the electrical gas reset box has an auxiliary switch, you can connect it to a smoke detector or the fire detection device to provide an additional layer of safety. When a fire is detected, the auxiliary switch can trigger the gas shut-off, even if the Ansul system is not activated by the fusible links. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions for proper wiring and configuration of the auxiliary switch. Before starting any wiring work, always disconnect the power supply to the Ansul system and the electrical gas reset box. This will prevent electrical shock and damage to the equipment. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses, to minimize the risk of injury. When working with electrical wiring, it's essential to follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. Ensure that the wiring is properly grounded and that all connections are made in accordance with the code requirements. If you are not familiar with electrical codes, consult with a qualified electrician before proceeding with the wiring. After completing the wiring, perform a thorough test of the system to ensure that it is functioning correctly. This should include testing the gas shut-off mechanism, the remote gas shut-off function, and the auxiliary switch if applicable. Verify that the gas supply is properly shut off when the system is activated and that all alarms and indicators are working as expected. Document all wiring connections and test results for future reference. This documentation will be helpful for troubleshooting and maintenance purposes. Keep the documentation in a safe and accessible location. Regular maintenance and inspection of the Ansul system and the electrical gas reset box are essential to ensure their continued reliability. Follow the manufacturer's recommendations for maintenance and inspection procedures. Schedule regular inspections by a qualified technician to identify and address any potential problems before they become serious. The electrical gas reset box is an important component of the Ansul system, providing an additional layer of safety by automatically shutting off the gas supply in the event of a fire. Proper wiring and maintenance of the reset box are crucial to ensure its effectiveness. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions and consult with qualified professionals if you have any questions or concerns. When troubleshooting wiring issues, start by checking the power supply to the Ansul system and the electrical gas reset box. Ensure that the power supply is stable and that the voltage is within the specified range. Use a voltmeter to measure the voltage at the terminals of the reset box and the control box. If the voltage is low or unstable, check the wiring connections and the circuit breaker or fuse that supplies power to the system. Next, inspect the wiring connections for any signs of damage or corrosion. Loose or corroded connections can cause intermittent problems and affect the performance of the system. Clean the connections with a wire brush or contact cleaner and tighten them securely. If you find any damaged wires, replace them with new wires of the same gauge and type. Check the continuity of the wiring using a multimeter. Disconnect the power supply and measure the resistance between the terminals of the reset box and the control box. The resistance should be low, indicating a good connection. If the resistance is high or infinite, there is a break in the wiring. Trace the wiring to find the break and repair it. Verify the operation of the remote gas shut-off function. Activate the Ansul system manually or by simulating a fire condition. Check that the remote gas shut-off valve closes properly and that the gas supply is shut off. If the gas shut-off valve does not close, check the wiring to the remote gas shut-off solenoid. Ensure that the solenoid is receiving power and that the wiring is intact. If the solenoid is not working, replace it with a new one. Test the auxiliary switch if applicable. Activate the smoke detector or other fire detection device that is connected to the auxiliary switch. Check that the auxiliary switch triggers the gas shut-off and that the gas supply is shut off. If the auxiliary switch does not work, check the wiring to the switch and the fire detection device. Ensure that the switch is properly configured and that the fire detection device is functioning correctly. If you are unable to troubleshoot the wiring problem yourself, contact a qualified electrician or Ansul system technician for assistance. They have the expertise and equipment to diagnose and repair complex wiring issues. When replacing components, use only genuine replacement parts that are approved by the manufacturer. Using non-approved parts can void the warranty and compromise the safety and performance of the system. Keep a record of all troubleshooting steps and repairs. This record will be helpful for future troubleshooting and maintenance purposes. In addition to the electrical gas reset box, the Ansul system also includes other components such as fusible links, nozzles, and extinguishing agent tanks. These components must also be properly maintained and inspected to ensure the overall effectiveness of the system. Fusible links are heat-sensitive devices that trigger the Ansul system when a fire occurs. Inspect the fusible links regularly for any signs of damage or corrosion. Replace any damaged or corroded fusible links immediately. Nozzles are responsible for distributing the extinguishing agent onto the fire. Ensure that the nozzles are clean and unobstructed. Remove any debris or buildup that may block the nozzles. Extinguishing agent tanks contain the extinguishing agent that is used to suppress the fire. Check the tanks regularly for any signs of leaks or damage. Ensure that the tanks are properly filled and pressurized. The Ansul system is a critical fire suppression system that protects commercial kitchens and other facilities from fire hazards. Proper wiring, maintenance, and inspection of all components are essential to ensure the system's reliability and effectiveness. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions and consult with qualified professionals if you have any questions or concerns. Remember, safety is always the top priority when working with electrical systems and fire suppression equipment. Take all necessary precautions to protect yourself and others from harm. Proper grounding is crucial for electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker or fuse and preventing electrical shock. Ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded in accordance with the electrical code. Use a ground tester to verify the integrity of the grounding system. Electrical panels should be kept clean and free of obstructions. Dust, dirt, and debris can accumulate inside the panel, causing overheating and electrical hazards. Clean the panel regularly with a vacuum cleaner or a soft brush. Ensure that all circuit breakers and fuses are properly labeled. Clear labeling makes it easier to identify and troubleshoot electrical problems. Use a label maker to create clear and durable labels. Electrical boxes should be properly covered. Open electrical boxes can expose live wires, creating a shock hazard. Install covers on all electrical boxes to protect the wiring and prevent accidental contact. Use appropriate wiring methods for different applications. The electrical code specifies different wiring methods for different types of installations. Use the correct wiring method for the specific application to ensure safety and compliance. Avoid overloading electrical circuits. Overloading a circuit can cause the wires to overheat, leading to a fire. Use a circuit analyzer to determine the load on each circuit and ensure that it does not exceed the circuit's capacity. Be aware of the potential hazards of working with electricity. Electricity can be dangerous if not handled properly. Take all necessary precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock and burns. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the work. Regular electrical inspections are essential to identify and address potential problems before they become serious. Schedule regular inspections by a qualified electrician to ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical system. When working with electricity, always use insulated tools. Insulated tools protect you from electrical shock in case you accidentally come into contact with a live wire. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses. Gloves protect your hands from electrical shock and burns. Safety glasses protect your eyes from sparks and debris. Be aware of the location of underground utilities before digging. Digging without knowing the location of underground utilities can damage the utilities and create a safety hazard. Call 811 before digging to have the utilities marked. Never touch a downed power line. Downed power lines are extremely dangerous and can cause fatal electrical shock. Stay away from downed power lines and call the power company to report them. If you see someone being shocked, do not touch them. Touching someone who is being shocked can also shock you. Call 911 and the power company for help. Electricity is an essential part of modern life, but it can also be dangerous if not handled properly. By following these safety tips, you can protect yourself and others from electrical hazards. Electrical safety should be a top priority for everyone. Take the time to learn about electrical hazards and how to prevent them. By being proactive about electrical safety, you can create a safer environment for yourself, your family, and your community.